Hello and welcome to What's in this week's Oban Times with me, Sandy Neal.
Oh, and me, Kathy Griffiths.
Yes, hello, Kathy. Are you here?
I am just about, Sandy.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome.
Hello.
Good of you to join us. So here we are. Here we have a little window, a little peek into what's in this week's Oban Times and a bit of this week's Lochaber Times as well. You can read all the stories and lots more online by going to our new website, westcoasttoday.co.uk, or by picking up a printed copy in newsagents, supermarkets, and petrol stations, and maybe other establishments too. But what can you read about in the papers this week? Well, Kathy has got a lot in this week's paper. Go on, Kathy.
Okay. Well, sincerely hope you've all been brushing your teeth because staffing constraints are paining Oban and Mull public dental services. The strain that it's putting on the services clinics run at Lorn and Islands Hospital and in Tobermory mean that health bosses have had to temporarily suspend routine care for adult patients. You can read what Scottish Government's Dentistry Minister, Jenny Minto, who's also our Argyll MSP, is doing about it. So you can read about that in this week's OT and online at westcoasttoday.co.uk. Now, if you're a diver for leisure or for work, you'll be particularly concerned to hear about the latest NHS funding cut that means hyperbaric oxygen therapy is no longer available at a treatment chamber in Dunstaffnage. Neither will there be expert medics on call at Oban A and E to make a diagnosis and prescribe onward treatment. So there's more about that in the paper and online. That's going to sort of continue for a while, I think. Obviously, there's calls to reinstate the service. More than 600 homes are standing empty in the Oban area while Argyll tackles a housing emergency. How's that? Well, that's according to council figures, and you can read online and in the paper to see what that's about. Kerrera has officially opened the doors of its new community hub at the island's old school, and we had a photographer there on Saturday to capture the big celebration. And community archaeologists on Lismore at last have scientific proof that their island can rival Iona, Scotland's best-known cradle of Christianity. Lismore Historical Society has finally been given a definitive radiocarbon date that confirms part of a stone building that they started to uncover back in 2019 is part of a monastery founded by I'm going to say Moluagh?
I believe,
Molly.
I believe it's Moluagh.
Oh, thank you,
I'm
Sandy.
told. I think it means, and I speak no Gaelic here, but I did Wikipedia this at one point in my long career, and I think it means my light.
Oh, that's lovely. Mullua. I like that. So yes, so as I was saying, they've got proof now that this sort of part of this stone building they started to uncover back in 2019 is part of that monastery founded by St Moluagh, who did much to promote Christianity among the Picts. Right, over to you, Sandy. Over to you, my light.
Well, thank you very much, Kathy. That's incredibly kind. Well, you are also my light and
Oh,
helping me through difficult, dark times as well. So thank you very much. Well, I'm afraid I don't have anything as quite jolly as that. Argyll and Bute Council's SNP-led opposition will try to seize control of Kilmorey Castle Chamber on April the 4th, that's Thursday, after the administration's 10% council tax hike and then U-turn. But do the opposition have the votes to take power? Plus, we reveal how much the U-turn will cost the council. A Tiree tourism business is trying to stop a rise in fuel costs this summer at the island's community-owned filling station, branding it a tourist tax of 4p per litre. Argyll will be the hardest hit by Visit Scotland's decision to close its last information centres by 2026, says an Oban councillor. Visit Scotland is closing all its 25 information centres over the next 2 years as part of a digital-first strategy. On the West Coast alone, there are 10 centres, including in Oban, Craignure, Bowmore and Rothesay. We have the reaction. Gamekeepers say they are sickened by plans to shoot pregnant deer so close to giving birth. And what roads are getting millions in council cash? Could this be the end of potholes in some areas?
Now, there is a dark hole to go down, Sandy.
Well, yes, I know. So some places there is light at the end of the tunnel. We will get smooth roads, hopefully. And the Corran Ferry saga continues in the Lochaber Times. The spare vessel across Loch Linnhe, the MV Maid of Glencool, should be back from overhaul in May, but there is no date yet for her return to service. If we had a resident bard on the west coast, they could write a long epic about the Corran Ferry. It's been a long-running saga. Like the Berlin of Clan Ranald, it would run to 40 verses and would still be ongoing. But I would say that's the last from us, I think, this week. So I'll just bid you adieu and have a good week. Goodbye from me, Sandy Neal.
And goodbye from me, Kathy Griffiths. Bye-bye.
Bye.